Hi, boys and girls. Well, today we're going to read a book about a country kid and a city kid. Country, city. It's the same letter, but it's making a different sound. Country kid, city kid. Whenever the C comes before an I, an E, or a Y, then it's going to make the S sound. Otherwise, it's going to go k, like as in cat and corn. I noticed that I have a boy being the country kid and a girl being the city kid. And if I open this book wide, I can see the country, and then I can see the city. So out in the country, I can see there's a lot of space. In the city, there's a lot of things pushed in together. Well, let's find out about our country kid and our city kid. It's written by Julie Cummins, and it's illustrated by Ted Rand. Oh, wow, pretty bright orange. Here's our title page. Country Kid, City Kid. Dedication page. And here we go. Ben is a country kid. When he wakes up in the morning, he hears cows mooing and birds singing. Jody is a city kid. When she wakes up in the morning, she hears taxi cab horns and fire truck sirens. Ben lives on a farm where he and his family raise cattle. From his bedroom window on the second floor, he can see rows and rows of potatoes and beans. Jody lives in an apartment building with her mom and dad. From her bedroom window on the 8th floor, she can see tall skyscrapers and a busy city street filled with cars. When Ben goes to school, he takes a school bus that drives many miles on country roads to pick up children. When Jody leaves for school, her mum walks with her to the bus stop where a crowded city bus takes her to school. So they both ride a bus, but one has to drive many, many miles, and the other one doesn't drive so much, but it's just very crowded. At Ben's school, when it's time for recess, the kids race out to the big field behind the school to play ball. At Jody's school, the playground is surrounded by a high fence that keeps kids from running into the busy, crowded streets after escaping balls. So they both play ball, but one has a big fence around it and the other one has a low fence around it. Ben goes grocery shopping with his mother once a week. They drive to a large supermarket in the nearest town and fill up 2 big shopping carts. Jody and her mum walk to the little neighborhood store every few days to buy fresh vegetables, meat, and bread. They carry the food home in plastic bags. Hey, they should use reusable bags. Then they're not wasting. To see if his grandmother has sent him a birthday card, Ben has to walk out to the road where the mailbox stands. Jody's mailbox is in a large wall unit in the lobby of the building. She needs a key to open it to look for her favorite magazine. The first snowfall sends Ben scurrying for his sled to go sliding down the big hill with his friends. When it snows in the city, Jody knows to wear boots for walking on the slushy sidewalks. She can't resist jumping in the fresh snow. So there's not many places to go sledding when they're in the city. At Christmas time, Ben and his dad cut down a pine tree from the woods behind the farm and bring it home on the back of the truck. Jody and her parents buy their Christmas tree from a sidewalk vendor and take it home on top of a taxi cab. When Ben needs to read about a famous person for a book report, his mum drives him to the bookmobile stop. That's a library that comes on wheels. When Jody needs information for a school project, she and her dad visit the neighborhood library. So they have a library they can walk to. But Ben has to wait until the library drives to his neighborhood. Every day when Ben gets home from school, his pet collie eagerly greets him and races around while he does his chores. Jody's pet hamster is quiet, sleeps a lot, and exercises on a wheel in a small cage in her bedroom. She feeds him treats and lets him scamper on her bed while she is reading. So they both have a pet, but he can have a bigger pet because there's more space, and she needs a smaller pet because there's less space. When it gets hot in the summer, Ben opens his bedroom window to let in cool breezes. When it gets hot in the summer, Jody and her parents stay inside their air-conditioned apartment with the windows shut. Sometimes they go to an air-conditioned movie theater. So he gets to open his windows and she has to keep hers closed. For summer vacation, Ben is eager to go to Camp Eagle Ridge to canoe, build campfires, and meet new friends. Jody is excited about her first time at Camp Eagle Ridge. She looks forward to swimming, hiking, and learning to ride a horse. Hey, they both went to the same summer camp. I wonder if they'll meet each other. They said they get to meet new friends. After meeting their counselors and checking out their cabins, Jody and Ben join the other campers in the main hall. Ben and Jody are paired as buddies for a scavenger hunt, and they are very excited when they find a four-leaved clover for their list. Ben helps Jody climb on and off a horse, and Jody helps Ben braid his lanyard. Both of them have lots of fun swimming in the lake and learning how to paddle a canoe. They win second place in the team canoeing competition. On the last night of camp, the two new friends sing with others around the campfire. They promise to keep in touch until they meet at camp again next year. They make plans to send each other emails, swap photos of their pets, and share favorite mystery stories. As soon as Ben returns to his home in the country, he's going to draw a map of the constellations that he can see from his bedroom window to send to Jody. Jody, that's a map of the stars. When Jody returns to the city, she's going to send Ben a street map of the city bus routes and mark where her favorite places are. So they're both going to draw maps, but of different things. He's going to map the stars, and she's going to map the streets. Country kid, city kid, miles apart, but two of a kind. Yay! I'm glad they met. I'm glad they got to know each other as a country kid and a city kid who both went to the same camp. Now, country is a rural area. City is an urban area. Let's take a look at some pictures. Here is a rural area. It's got a lot of open spaces. It's wide open. There's plenty of space for moving around and not many buildings. Then you have an urban area. an area where there is a lot of buildings standing tall, not much open space. Everything's crammed in together. Then here you've got a rural area where there's a lot of space, wide open places, not many buildings. Then you've got an urban area. In this urban area, there are some plants, but there's mainly buildings close together. And here we've got another rural area. Lots of open spaces, big green areas, not many buildings. And then here we've got an urban area where we've got a lot of buildings again, not too many spaces. So rural is when you're in the country, wide open spaces. Urban is when you're in a city, pretty tight and close together. All right, team, keep scrolling down for some more rural and urban work.